is oil, right?
Oh, I haven't looked.
Isn't that funny? Look, I'm like looking over here at oil. I'm like, what's going on? It's Disney.
Oh.
Disney's on the chart.
A lot of Disney stories out there today. A lot of Disney stories.
Like what?
Oh, I don't have any, but it's just all forecasting earnings and.
I felt like that dog. The maple kind?
The maple kind, yeah. Hey, how do you feel about the murder hornet?
The murder hornet? I've heard.
It's not here, but I watched it kill a mouse yesterday. On a video. The thing's ferocious.
And what happened? It just flew over here from somewhere? No.
Just tired of conspiracy theories.
No.
Because I know someone probably had it on a leash and brought it onto a plane and flew it over here.
Yeah.
And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Let's look at it real quick.
Everybody back in their homes.
Yep, they're gonna lock us down for that.
You think oil falls tomorrow?
That's it. We don't have to show the whole thing, but that's the thing. And it literally just murders it and then just flies away.
Oh, that's quite sizable.
Yeah, that is quite sizable, isn't it? So anyway, that goes on for a while. I watched that whole thing. It was fascinating.
Wow, God.
What was your more pertinent question? Oil? Do you think oil? What?
You think oil falls tomorrow?
Has to at some point, just a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great move, but
yeah.
We'll see what happens there. Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth. Next to me, Cody Suns Out, Guns Out Tibbetts. Welcome to Outside the Virus.
You know what I noticed yesterday is my arm.
Oh yeah, you were showing them off, man.
No, but they're just very.
Oh my God.
There it is. It's just very
Why don't you
white.
take it outside and like tan
it's just
them?
white.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had the biceps kicking yesterday, and then it was like
pale.
Yeah.
It's tough.
All right, well, this is a show that we talk about outside the virus stuff that's not virus related, like murdered hornets. Apparently, are they here?
No, they're not here, and I'm sure it's nothing we really need to be worried about. But like,
this is why we need AR-15s.
Wow, for the murdered hornets?
No, I mean, look at that thing.
Yeah, I mean,
You're gonna need more than one shot.
Yeah. I mean, that thing's legit. That thing's gonna.
You know, Canada banned AR-15s. I'm not saying I'm for or against it. I don't really care. I couldn't even pick one out if you told me.
I just never thought it would happen. Like.
With them, I could see it happening up there.
They just took them away.
It's a different different vibe up there. I'd like to go there someday.
Canada? You've never been to Canada?
Have you been to Canada? You've never left the damn city.
I know. That's what I like saying to people. You've never been? You've been? Like, no, I haven't.
No, it's too big.
Yeah.
What do you got? You wanna?
Can we start with an update? Because we had we talked about L Brands and Victoria's Secret.
Oh yeah.
And the Sycamore Group. We talked about that probably last week, I think.
2 weeks.
Sycamore Group. Basically, we thought they were trying to get a better price. The whole deal. At the end of the day, Sycamore Group, who was gonna purchase Victoria's Secret, deal fell through basically, and nothing's gonna happen. Everything's gonna go back to normal. No one's paying legal fees.
It just kind of said no deal and shook hands and walked away.
That was it.
Oh, yeah.
Both sides kind of agreed to it, and
never happens.
That was insane.
Yeah, something's up there. Like maybe they just will revisit this in the future, or it was great timing where Victoria's Secret or Limited Brands was like, we think we can make this work, and Sycamore was like, did you see what happened in the market? No, we want out. And they just kind of agreed.
And actually, and maybe I misread and I was trying to find the article again, but they're going to make Victoria's Secret its own company. Now it's not going to be under...
For years they've been trying to push that.
So maybe that's kind of what they needed, moving away from L Brands. I don't know, but that was our update from...
Same with Old Navy. Try to spin that off too.
Really?
No, they don't own them, but Old Navy's been the same deal. Just trying to get it done.
Wow.
I got a good one for you. Did you see Elon Musk actually listed his houses?
Yes, that was one of my stories. Did you see how much?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Wow.
I looked at both of them, and the funny part to me was for sale by owner.
I believe it.
What does that mean?
It's up on Zillow, like it's...
Yeah, for sale by owner on Zillow. We could probably I got the link right here.
Yeah.
You got Gene Wilder's house. He's Wonka Man.
Yeah.
So he says, prefer that you don't mess with Gene Wilder's house. Then you got the mansion, the 16,000 square foot mansion, $30 million.
$30 million.
Which is not bad for that area.
No, well.
I mean, it's a lot.
I'll bookmark it. Maybe not now, but...
Well, what I find funny is it just says for sale by owner.
Yeah.
So, contact seller? What do you do?
Do it. Can we do that?
Yeah, you just hit contact seller and it goes to whoever is the owner.
Yeah.
So,
it's probably his secretary or one of his millions of secretaries. But it's got a lit tennis court. It's got a gym.
Oh, yeah.
It's got everything.
Overlooks the Bel Air Golf Course.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really, really beautiful. Did I read he had a kid, by the way? Does he have a kid?
From his first marriage, right?
No, I think he like just had a kid.
He could do anything.
Kid. Just Google Elon Musk kid real quick, because let's just see. Because I thought I read it somewhere, but I could be wrong. Also, Elon Musk and Grimes named their kid. Grimes gives birth to a child with Elon Musk 13 hours ago. That's from ET.
Dang.
That doesn't really explain his tweets from the other night, but
He was sleep deprived.
maybe that was it.
Labor. Anyways, he said he was going to sell his house. Tweets came up. The brother, he's following through.
Yeah, 2 houses. One of them's $9 million.
Well, Gene Wilder's $9 million, and it's like that's where he did that stream the other day. You saw the stream of the thing. He was in that house.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until I saw the picture. Anyways, moving on. What do you got?
Well then, since you took one of mine, this'll, I think this is my last one actually. People applying for credit cards is down 40% from March, which I thought was kind of a big number. I looked at that, and that also includes, sorry, lost my spot there. Oh, mortgages and auto loans are also way down. But they kind of did a deep dive on why that was, a big study on the reason for that, and I was reading this long article on why that happened, and I was like, taking my best guess, I'm like, well, probably because people, either you have the stimulus checks or you got more money, you don't need credit card debt, and that's basically what the study showed us. Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of a long article for something that I'm sure most people could have guessed.
Well, in consumer debt hit a record high overnight.
Ooh.
So although we're doing buying houses, cars, whatever, but that hit a new high. Borrow money when you can, not when you have to.
Yeah.
Period. I get people that argue with that.
Yeah.
You treat it like a company. Well, a lot of companies. You borrow money when you can, not when you have to, because when you have to, it costs a lot more, and that's usually when you don't want to.
You do get a lot of people that argue with you on that one, don't you?
I don't get it.
Yeah, there's a lot. I remember reading that the comments on that YouTube video.
3% car loan costs you. I did the math one time. It was like, all right, it costs you $167 a year in interest. Versus cash. What are you doing with cash? Can't put it in a savings account. Can't make that much. I won't get started on that today.
Here's my last one, by the way. I forgot about.
Let me go. I got 2 of them.
You got 2?
I got 2.
Oh man, I thought you were coming with something big. Okay.
Musk. I show up with Musk's house. That's all I get.
Well, I was gonna get my last one, and I was just gonna let you roll. That was gonna be my thing there, but if you got 2, then we'll go.
I got 2. Let's start with the one that's unfortunate, but and then we'll do a stats one. California. So California has to borrow money from the government to pay unemployment. And at first I was like, all right, well, hey, you got a lot of money being paid out on unemployment. But then I realized the CARES Act actually takes care of the additional $600. So the federal government's already taking care of the extra $600. California needs the money just to pay normal unemployment.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's not a great scene.
It's actually quite common though. California's got $348 million that they can draw from the federal government, up to $10 billion if they need it. They're going to draw the whole thing. California, they just not picking on California, but they just do not know how to keep their dough straight there. The $600 extra from the CARES Act, that's not included in this money. The federal government pays that, and it's not a bailout, by the way. The states have to pay it back. There were many states that did this back in 2009. And what they did was, once they borrowed all the money, they got everything taken care of, they just cut benefits to people so that they could pay that money back. Nancy Pelosi's all about it. She's going to try to get $1 trillion for aid to all the different states. And we've got a chart coming up to kind of show you where your state stands. This is according to Moody's. Does your state have enough reserves to weather a moderate recession? Not the Great Recession, but a moderate recession. Unfortunately, Florida stands at the fact that we have more than 5% below necessary reserves.
Saw that.
That's not good.
That's not a good sign.
And what's funny is California has at or above necessary reserves, but they can't pay unemployment. Unfortunately, there's a lot of states that are in that case there. So where do you stand there? Florida, not in good shape. Pennsylvania, Illinois, Oklahoma.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's like one of the next waves there.
They got
gonna pay for that.
The new stimulus is kind of working its way through the House, by the way. I think you already did a video on it. It's not going to be all of that, but it's starting to gain traction, like legitimate traction where people are all in on it. I think it's got like 30, 35 people that back it now, which is up from 10 3 weeks ago.
And
so.
now comes the fun part of like what they interchange and like what are we actually going to do.
Yeah.
So there's the proposal, and then it's like, well, we're not going to do that. Let's do this or that.
Yeah.
You see, Denmark, they just said the economy is frozen. Everything just stopped. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything's frozen. I don't know how you do that on paper, but Denmark just said, tell you what, freeze everything. Nothing.
Yeah. We'll just pause. We're going to take a timeout.
That's exactly
how
they
stop
work.
everything for a little bit,
Just
and
a
we're
quick
just going to
timeout.
resume as normal in probably about a month or so.
Yep.
That kind of makes sense.
That's what they said.
Like, I mean, it's not ideal, but
Who pays for that, though? I mean, does anybody actually pay for that?
no, it's a
if you,
timeout. Though. Who's paying? What do you need to pay?
you don't
for?
pause, yeah. So start over in 2 months.
Yeah, that's it. But the stimulus, we were 6 weeks without it, so I was like, well, okay, so it's $2,000 a month. I don't know. I was trying to figure out how that.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't do that. Anyways, let's move on to something maybe...
Starbucks reopening.
Oh.
Well, a lot of their stores potentially reopening.
They know how to do it, right? Because they did it in China.
Yep.
China was shut down, and they said since this shut down here, that 80% of their orders have been mobile and drive-through anyways, so they're like, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
whatever. I would never wait. That's longer than a line at Disney World to get a coffee at Starbucks. You know they make those things at home, and you could just make your own coffee at home.
It's probably not the same.
Less than 6 seconds. I turn the machine on, you know, I'm like waking up, I put the little thing in there, it whips it up, I get a nice frothy, whatever it is. It's Starbucks brand.
Do you write your name on the cup?
No.
That's the big thing. I think people like that. I think that's why. I'm not a coffee person, I'm not a Starbucks person, but I think
It's the name on the cup.
I think that's it. That's the only thing that explains it. When you're paying $9 for a cup of coffee, it's got to be.
With a little heart under your eye, like.
You get a heart?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Is that? For,
I don't get a heart.
it's Cody. Where would they put the heart? You know, you dot the I with a heart. Rebecca
Why?
always dots my. I mean, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
No, I never go to Starbucks. I've probably been a dozen times my whole life.
Well, I'm always afraid to order. I'm really intimidated when I go there because I don't know what I want. I don't know what everything means. I don't know what the size.
You go like this. When someone there, what do you have? You go, I want that one. And then when they turn around, you go, no, I mean that one.
Honestly, I had a girlfriend like a couple years ago. She got an iced caramel macchiato. I tried it, and I just memorized that order. And anytime I have to go there, that's what I order. I don't even know if I like it that much, but that's the only thing I know how to order, and not get like
Hot caramel macchiato. That's all I ever get. I make the same thing at home.
hot caramel ice cream.
Hot caramel macchiato, and then
Same
they
thing.
go, would you like a venti? I'm like, just small one. Just give me a small one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna
So
say
that one.
the whatever. Yeah, just give me the small one.
Yeah.
I have no shame in that. And put the damn heart on my eye.
That's the bigger quest.
All right, let's do a stats one here. So thought we'd try something a little different. Everybody's always like, oh, top S&P stocks, this or that. So we took the Russell 2000. This could have changed as of today because it's a pretty sizable up day in the market, but this will get you close. What we did is we said, all right, in the Russell 2000, show me any stocks that are positive year to date. In other words, we're looking for the outperformers with a dividend yield that's greater than the Russell, which is not much. It's probably under 1.7% today. So all the criteria was had to have over 1.7% dividend yield, had to be positive on the year so far, and it had to have an average volume of at least 250,000 shares a day, just because there's some of them that really don't trade that much. So on the screen you see we only had 5 names that are positive year to date, pay a higher dividend yield, and have good volume. So there you have it. You've got Nordic American Tankers. I'm guessing you can guess what that is, the shipping tankers everybody's asking about. They have one ship, well they have many ships, but one style of ship. They put a bunch of oil into it and they ship the oil. So that one's popular. That is also your best gainer, 24% on the year, and a lot of volume lately. QTS Realty Trust. That's actually a data center REIT. So it's not like they own apartments, they own data centers and things like that. Cloud-based storage. So B&G Foods, that's cream of wheat. So they got a lot of other foods, but cream of wheat is probably their big brand there. Up 10% on the year. Healthcare Services Group, actually a pretty cool company. This is, to me, is interesting. Healthcare, is that the Blue Angels?
That's loud, isn't it?
I
No,
think
that's suspended for now.
They've been all over. They were in New Orleans.
They did New York.
We're missing the Blue Angels. That's probably the Coast Guard.
Yeah, I don't think it's more likely to be Coast Guard.
Healthcare Services Group, which is the 4th one down. This is a maid service for healthcare centers.
Oh.
I mean, who would think?
That's a good idea.
Millions of dollars being made right there.
That makes sense.
Cleaning up and stuff. You know, don't put people down for doing jobs like that. That's a public company making good money.
Who's putting it?
I'm just saying, people are always like, oh, you would be a janitor. I'm like, he's laughing at you. He's got, you know, some shares in this company.
Yeah.
I just find that kind of business fascinating because you don't think of that. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I'm going to start a medical cleaning business so that we just clean up.
Yeah, good call on their part. That's a good idea.
It's quiet. And the last one's El Paso Electric. Kind of unfair. JP Morgan is sort of secretly buying them under a different fund, so nobody really knows it's JP Morgan, but it's JP Morgan. So that one doesn't count. But anyways, those are the 5 stocks there.
Did he tell you that, or did they tell you that? How do you know that?
I talked to him the other day.
Oh, you did?
I was like, yo, I need you to do
is
something to get that
madness.
stock going, man.
I got it.
There's a belt on the line,
Okay.
and Jamie Dimon's like, who's this?
Yeah.
No.
I was like, oh.
No, but they started essentially a development fund, and the development fund has its own name, but JP Morgan really owns the development fund. They're buying El Paso Electric out there in Texas, and they actually got approval to do it. So
Wow.
it'll probably still run like this, but now it's just the profits and everything go to JP Morgan. So come on, stock.
You got deep in the wormhole there figuring that one out, but that was cool. That was a
You
good
know what
stat.
Yeah. Thank you. And it's not my best. You know what I mean?
I thought it was good.
I liked the new color coded.
Yeah, the color code is big.
Wait till you see the one for tomorrow. You want a sneak peek?
Yeah.
I got a double decker hitting you tomorrow.
What?
That's a double
There's
decker.
a lot happening there.
No, I mean, but it's organized.
No, it's definitely organized.
I
There's
might
just
make a
lot
separate
happening
video on that because that's clean.
there. That looks good.
Oh man.
That looks good. That's a tease.
Well, that's all I got.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay.
I have nothing else I want to talk about.
What do you want to do now?
Bye.
See you later. Come on, oil.